Welcome to the Madroit Podcast. We bring you bite-sized marketing and sales insights to help you level up, no matter the size of your business. Tune in and answer the big question, what does marketing actually do?
Welcome back, everyone. Jordan and Winston here. And on today's episode, we are going to cover some simple things to make social media and email marketing actually work for your business. So, Win, to kick us off, why social and email together?
Yeah, to me, they go hand in hand, right? You run the same promotions, you have the same seasonality, same talking points, slightly different format. But if you're doing it well, they go hand in hand. And to make the most of your efforts, both dollar and time, and see the most return, doing them hand in hand or together makes the most sense to me.
So, I think just beginning, if you're starting from scratch, or you're just looking to even reset it and establish what the right way to go about this is, first and most important thing I would say is to have a framework ready and have an actual content plan instead of just going into this blindly. One of the main things to consider with that, within that framework, are the post types that you're going to be highlighting. So with that, making sure that we have a good mix of post types within your content plan. So that's going to be distributed based on your objectives and goals and allows for important updates. Can you walk us through what are some of those post types?
Yeah, absolutely. It'll vary for each business, of course, but I think of a post type as like a ready to use post type template format, right? As a starting point. So example, the case study before and after of someone's lawn being taken care of, or a house remodel, or case study of a business growth, like before and after. Having those ready to go, I think, is really helpful. You don't have to think each time and start from scratch. Another example is just a simple, like, fun joke of the week, if that's your type of business and it makes sense to, or a fun, like, behind the scenes team member profile to share someone on your team, right? Like, those are all types of posts that you can use for social and email marketing, right?
Oh, big time. And I think a very important factor in all of that is making sure that it aligns very consistently with your business strategy and objectives. Those two should work hand in hand. So if the goal is to generate more brand awareness, if it is to create a feel-good feeling within your communities that you're serving, or if it's to generate more sales opportunities or build awareness around your product offerings or specials that you have going on, make sure that is in alignment with the overall goal and objectives. So then everybody's speaking the same language and everybody feels good about what's going on. With that, talking about post types, talking about aligning your content plan with your business strategy and objectives, what really drives this is going to be consistency. So I think that is a key element. I think we've both talked with people in a variety of different industries who tell us, I know that I need to post more or I want to post more, but I do it when I have time. And doing it randomly is just not going to cut it. You're never going to have enough time. So that's why I think creating that content plan, that calendar, and sticking to that schedule, even if it's just something as simple as 2 or 3 posts a week, but making sure that you're showing up consistently in your audience's feed, and thus that helps that audience grow. Can you talk us through any more things with this?
Yeah, the consistency, it's huge. The specific time to send an email or post something on social media changes, and it's very dependent on who your target audience is, right? But if you get in the habit of posting those things regularly, sending those emails regularly at a consistent time, you can adjust those. And of course, we can schedule all of these things. We don't have to post that very second, right? So it's not one post or email and send it. We're trying to do this as much as we can in batches, and then of course leaving room for spontaneity or the need to post something instantly.
Yep. I couldn't agree more. And speaking to that consistency, make sure that you're paying attention, right? Social is meant to be social. Our point here is to engage with that audience. Don't just broadcast. Make sure that you're doing just easy, kind of simple things that seem very mundane and seem very, do I really have to? But it really helps. Things like replying to comments, beginning conversations, opening the door to have dialogue between you and your audience are great, easy ways to generate conversation and build more awareness about what your business does. That interaction ultimately boosts visibility and builds real relationships that I think a lot of people are looking for.
Yeah, I think of social media as networking online, right?
Big
And
time. Yeah.
email is a one-to-one conversation, right? You own that relationship. That's really nice. We all want people on our email list because we own that. Social media, you don't know how many people of your hundreds of thousands of followers or 1,000 followers you're going to get to actually see that post. The more you engage with it, the more you'll be seen and the more it feels like that networking online.
Yes, definitely. I think that speaks to our next point. So we want to make sure that we have a clear message that's going to help your audience basically understand who you are and what you do. If they don't know who you are and what you do within the first 5 seconds of engaging with you, you probably lost them. Like, people are going to scroll and they're going to go right past if they can't see very clearly who you are, the message that you're trying to get across. And then I think another thing is, if they do show an interest in you, making sure that your bio, your posts, and even the style of your content align very closely with your brand identity, which ultimately connects back to that first point that we talked about, making sure that it aligns with your business strategy and objectives.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well said.
So we've talked about building your brand and engaging on social, but for some content types, the goal for the audience is going to be to take the next action. How would you describe constructing a post or sending an email that is trying to be designed to get your audience to take that action?
Yeah. I think everything should have a call to action of some sort, whether it's just comment or refer a friend or sign up for a free consultation or buy this product right now. So how you would construct that, I think starting with the end in mind with those post types of what is the goal for this type of post, right? And having maybe a few options, whether it's buy now or schedule a consultation or get this free offering, whatever it may be, starting with the end in mind and teasing it at the beginning, ideally. If it's a social post, it might be a little harder to do, but in the email form, teasing. And by the end of it, making it very clear, like the constructing that is what's the easiest first step someone can take to get to the end goal that they would like to achieve, whether it's owning something or having their one fully taken care of for them or something in their house fixed or a business taken to the next level and blowing away all their growth goals, right? Like if it's a business, just taking it to the next level, and whether it's revenue or number of sales or ROI, but what is the easiest first step someone can take in order to get there, and presenting that in a way that makes it easy for them to do.
Reduce the friction.
Boom.
About it countless times at this point throughout our episodes, but again, make it easy for them. Don't make them feel like they have to jump through a bunch of hoops, and then ultimately deliver on what you say is going to be at the end of that click. And I think you hit on this when you were talking about it, but the call to action doesn't necessarily have to be book a meeting today. It doesn't necessarily have to be buy now. It can just be drop us a comment. It can be, here's a code. You can use this code during this span of time. But ultimately, you're determining what your audience is most interested in. What are they going to utilize? Are they willing to engage with you? But ultimately, make it easy for them. The easier you make it for them, the more that they take the action, but also the more trust is built up with you. Next, this one's a little bit more specifically for email, but I wanted to make sure that we highlighted this because of the importance. Building and maintaining your email list. This is something that I think, depending on the business that you're talking to, industry that you're talking to, and the amount of time that somebody has to actually put into this is crucial. The ability that you have within email, everything from audience segmentation to just folks that sign up for your newsletter, if that's not being monitored frequently and updated consistently, then people are going to miss out. Like, they're telling you, I want more information from you. And if you're running the business by yourself, or you're trying to handle marketing and wearing multiple hats, and you're just not able to get to that, now you're missing out on sales opportunities.
Big time. It's funny, like some miss out on it from the start. They're not collecting email addresses to like the one-on-one conversation from the start, or they do in such a half-assed way, frankly, that they put it in an email subscription CTA on their website and subscribe. Like, why should I subscribe? Sell me on why I should do it, because everyone has email subscriptions. They don't read some of them, right? So you want to give them a reason to actually follow you on social media or subscribe to you. And then once you have them subscribed in that one-on-one relationship. That's what we're after with social media, right? Like we want that one-on-one relationship. That's networking. We want the one-on-one.
Yes.
So getting them into your email list and making sure you maintain that is huge.
Yeah, I could not agree more. And like we said, if you're not updating that frequently, I think that is a huge point of emphasis for you, because these are folks that may have not even bought something from you yet. They may have not done any business with you at all. And this is the gateway to them being a part of your business, right? Apart from this is what is going to drive them to ultimately make that purchase decision to do business with you. But they're never going to have the opportunity if you don't let them in the door. But that kind of brings us into the next piece, where people are looking to engage with you and get more information from you. You have to write content that people actually want to stop scrolling or that they actually want to open. So your subject line in your emails has to be compelling, has to be engaging, has to make them want to take that action to open. Your post that you write for social or your story or whatever it is has to get them to stop scrolling for 2 to 3 seconds so that they can actually take in what you're saying and give you the opportunity to get that next 2 seconds to actually have them take in your content. I think those are crucial elements. Using things like curiosity or urgency, or even if it's a personal touch to make people want to take that next action, are all great ways to get them to just pause for a moment and take in what it is that you have to say, or what it is that you want your audience to see.
Absolutely. I mean, thinking about that, like how many times do they have to pause just on it for a few seconds? So maybe on the 10th post or the 5th email, they actually take time to read, because not everyone reads all of them, right? Like people are busy.
Yep.
So staying in front of them, you're building the brand awareness, you're keeping the brand awareness, keeping that relationship going. Hey, friend, we're still over here on the other side of the room. When you're ready to engage, we're here for you.
Oh, yeah.
And I think writing something that's engaging, you have to. So when they actually do choose to engage with it, you have something that was worth their time, right? And then they want to keep coming back for more or reach out for the next step of the sales process.
Yeah. Consistency with compelling content, I think, are a great recipe for engagement. But it's what you said. People are extremely busy. So if you're hoping that in your one compelling post that you put out there, that you're going to capture the majority of your audience, you are sadly mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're going to fly by that, or crazy thought, they may not pick up social that day or open that email that day.
Yeah.
So if you have another one that's coming out in the next week or the next day, that just increases your opportunity to get them. So then once they're in, they can take in what you're putting out there. I think the likelihood of them looking to do business with you, or at least have a firm understanding of what it is that you're doing and what you're conveying, increases exponentially. And with that, if you want to crush sales with social media and email marketing, take these things that we've highlighted today and incorporate them into your social and email marketing plans. If you focus on these basics, you'll already be ahead of most businesses. And of course, we're here to help. If you have any questions or need ideas, you can always reach out to us at madroitmarketing.com/podcast.
That's all for this episode of the Madroit Podcast. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any questions that you want us to talk about on the pod, or want to get in touch with us, please visit madroitmarketing.com/podcast. Thanks for listening.